In this thread, stories of stupid players get invited to a game of Pathfinder 2nd Edition. They play together for like 3 years or so. One chick makes a chaotic evil murder hobo. Try to reason with her when she does obviously stupid stuff like stealing money from our employer before he pays us. Give up and just pretend that my character is stupid who doesn't notice things. Next, she kills our sorcerer over some petty stuff and runs away. Obviously we can't continue with someone who can and will kill comrades. I don't want to make another character.
Okay.
Well, at least I wouldn't have to deal with her anymore. Next session she comes back because she, sorcerer and DM somehow patched things up. Fine. Continue several sessions but nothing too annoying happens. Just her chopping heads off with hammers every single enemy that we encounter. Until we are doing surgery to find out what's wrong with some guy. And she runs around the operating table and tries to grab the dude's stomach. Right. We cast Charm on her and command her to step outside. She got upset and left the apartment where we played.
How did this go on for so long?
Next day, her and her husband says that they won't play with that group at all. Moral of the story, don't play with chaotic evil people and expect everyone else to be okay with it.
I don't mind chaotic stupid to a certain extent, but whenever it starts like really messing with like party dynamic or you're trying to get something
chaotic done. Stupid to me is chaotic good.
I think a lot of people...
Not chaotic evil. Chaotic good is chaotic stupid.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people play chaotic good as chaotic stupid a lot of the time.
Yeah.
I would play chaotic good as more of an opportunistic...
Paladin.
No, paladins, I wouldn't pick paladins as chaotic in the slightest. Nowhere near.
Most people
play them.
That's what I was about to say. A lot of people play them as chaotic stupid.
Okay, you got me there.
Don't make me lie because I'm not.
Okay, you know what? You're spot on with that one. Honestly, I don't know how people put up with this. See, the more I read these sort of stories, the more I just don't feel bad for the other people involved.
No, just stand up and leave.
Just be like, look, guys, I'm you know what? I've had a busy
week. You're playing Pathfinder, you'll get another game.
Yeah, but anyway, you shouldn't have that much difficulty as Pathfinder, for God's sake. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh my god, I'm never going to be finding another game, guys. What am I going to do? It's not like I'm playing GURPS.
I have a similar situation with a group I'm part of. A guy convinced the DM to let his girlfriend play. She's not a murder hobo, but all of her characters have to be super special or important. She's played a literal princess, the last member of a magical bloodline, and a literal angel so far.
What is it with girls? Girls really like sorcerers. If they play a spellcaster, they play a sorcerer or a warlock.
I know, they watch too much of the craft.
Do you think that's what it is?
Or it's charmed girls.
Yeah.
This alone isn't a problem, except she misses half the fucking sessions, and the only ones she does show up to, she always loses interest in long before the sessions are over. It's kind of hard to get anywhere plot-wise when the person who makes super important characters is never around. Of course, the DM is too much of a simp to kick her despite her not even being his girlfriend. And the guy who did bring her into the group is completely whipped into making excuses for every time. I'm honestly about to just run my own game and poach the good players from this group just to get away with these three.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Probably a good idea.
Actually, I've got a funny story about this. So, Megan's got these, like, a niece and nephew, right? Mm-hmm. And they're lovely kids. They're
do you have a niece and nephew? We're married.
Oh, yeah. Well, I suppose they're married now as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we look after them, like, maybe, like, once a fortnight or so, something like that. Yeah. Anyway, I got them to help me pack a load of the gas station a while back. And
yes, they helped us pack
They helped pack us some of it. Like, they would just, like, fold the boxes and, like, put them in
the boxes.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Easy stuff. They said they would rather be in school after like half an hour of it. But anyway, so I decided, because I was going to be putting in this, like, Hansel and Gretel sort of characters into this adventure that I'm working on. And I thought, well, you know what? Why don't I not just throw them to you in it? I'll just give them the names. And I said to them about it, and they were like, oh, yeah. And they started asking, like, can we do this? Like, no, you're doing this. You're getting fed to witch.
You're getting fed to witch.
And you should have seen her wee face, like, can I not be a princess? No.
You're getting fed to witch.
This is what's happened. I'm already getting the character's already written, but I thought, you know what? I'll just...
I'll throw you in.
I'll just, like, you can get a name Dream in it, alright?
Yeah.
That's the name of the children, alright, in this one that's coming out soon enough. So keep an eye out for that. So even with kids, it's like, no, this is what you're doing, okay? Even if they're like, oh please, can we do this? No, don't be silly.
Yeah.
No. Well, look, it's an option. You could feed them to the witch. You don't have to.
But you definitely would.
Well, I mean, if you're going to get some information off them, the witch is very fond
and very hungry.
And does have advantage on sniffing out children, so, that's all I'm going to say.
Here's my story. Parties shifting from good to evil because of insufferable employers. Just wiped out a small cult and found a decently powerful artifact. 3 PCs out of 4 agreed to keep the artifact for themselves. Monk demands we return it to the noble who refused to pay us for our last job.
No.
Fuck no.
How about no? Don't be silly.
Yeah, Monk says he'll kill us if we refuse to do as he says. We roll to kill him first. He cries about PvP and bullying. I still don't know what he actually expected.
No, you have to give him back. How about no?
No, I'm allowed to hit you.
How about pay up?
How about death to the face?
Yeah. See, this is the thing. Like, what is it with players and treating almost every NPC they come across like absolute dog shit?
Like animals. They actually treat them like animals.
What is it with players?
No, you wouldn't actually treat an animal that way.
No, you wouldn't. Like, what is it? Players just have this
innate
hatred for
NPCs. Came here to post this because I know it makes no games seethe. My group's only woman is one of the players' girlfriends, and she's only there because he's there. He made her character sheet, and she refuses to look at the roles, so she's not even aware of most of the stuff her character can do.
Megan can't relate to this one at all.
No, can't. Also, our GM's fiancé buzzes around his computer to bother him while we're playing every single Saturday like clockwork. From the instant we start playing to the end, we'll periodically hear her on his microphone trying to distract him, and then instantly lose interest in getting his attention when the session is over.
What's that about?
I don't know.
What is
Notice
that?
how when you were playing, I'm like, which one of you stick a shit in the toilet?
Yeah, I remember that one. Disgusting! No, there's another one that was like that though. Who was it?
No, I was cleaning.
Yeah.
I was cleaning the house one day, and it was like a Sunday morning, and you were having your session. I think it was,
What was I playing? It was a Sunday, so it probably was Only War, was it?
No, I think it was Rime of the Frost Maiden.
No, that was on a Saturday, was it? I
think it was Sunday morning you played. I'm not sure what. Anyway, you were playing.
Oh no, Sunday was Spelljammer. Sunday morning.
Spelljammer. Okay.
Spelljammer.
Anyway, you were playing. And I was cleaning the house, and I came upstairs. I'd literally just came upstairs, and at the time, right outside your office was my makeup table.
Yeah.
So I was cleaning up out there, and all I heard was stick it in his ass, do this, and I turned around and went, what the fuck are you guys playing? And Teal in the background going
No, I remember what that was about. No, okay, so if I remember correctly, that was the second campaign of the Spelljammer.
He was having a nap, and I was sticking in his ass, quick.
No, I was playing the gay Skeletor character.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah,
and you rolled for circumference to go inside.
Yeah, I was playing
Skeletor the perfect part for me to walk in on.
I can't remember much of that one now. The only thing that I can really remember was we had to do some investigation work, and we were going in undercover, and there was one that was trying to seduce me, and it was something to do about werewolves. There was a lot to do with werewolves. Of course, Teal's definitely not a furry.
Teal's definitely not a closeted furry.
But anyway, I just remember going barking up the wrong tree, honey. I really enjoyed that Skeletor character. It was okay, it was just Skeletor, but hyper camp.
Yeah.
And Skeletor is hyper camp, but just lapping
The worst thing was our computer room was right next to our bedroom, and the walls conjoining. Ozzy slept on that wall, so anytime James went up to have a game, especially with those lot, you always end up wetting yourself with laughter. But the ha-ha-has and the bangs of the table from that room, and Ozzy was next door.
The only bad one we had with that, the only time that was actually it was a bit of a problem was it was the live stream for Steel Water. and
he wasn't that
Ozzy
old.
just was in a horrible mood, and it's one of the few times he's ever like just
would
cried,
not settle.
and he must have cried the entire time that stream was going on.
James like came into the room, and I'm in the corner of the room in the dark, rocking back and forth to this child. The child's crying, I'm crying.
Yeah, it was kind of bad because it came to the point where we were fighting Bella Delphine at the end, and it was one of those ones I was like, I'm just going to have to skip this on because it's just taken too, you know what I mean? It's one of those ones I had to wrap it up, you know what I mean? So kind of ruined the end of the stream, but I mean...
I needed him.
Yeah, it was like, you know...
Yeah.
What would you rather do? Try and sell fucking smut 5e adventures or look after your child? Like, you know, I suppose that's kind of like the you have to come to, you know. You can't, and it's a live stream, you can't just pause it and be like, hold on guys, give me half an hour, you know, it doesn't work like that.
So, I don't know if you know this, but we've got a website with lots of models. And whenever I say lots of models, I mean lots of models. We've got models for any setting that you can think of. With humans with biddies, animals that shouldn't have biddies but do have biddies, dwarves and elves with biddies. Look, we've got a lot of smut models. But it doesn't stop there. We really do have models for anything and everything. And to be honest, they look so good. Chef's kiss, so good. But it's not all smut for all you good Christian Minecraft server players. We've got you covered. And we even got the weebs covered too, which is unusual for this channel because we don't like weebs.
Yeah, the weebs aren't that bad, okay? They're just fun to laugh at.
We also have 5th edition subclasses and adventures, which some of them are free for download, and we sell a physical printed copy of Steel Water as well, and you can request a signed version, if that's your thing, where I'll draw a penis on it for you.
If you want us to sign a couple of decks, we'll give you decks, okay, guys? That's what we want.
Anyway, if you enjoy what we do here, go ahead and check out the website. It helps us out so much, and we don't need to worry about our YouTube overlord striking down another one of our channels. Our website is also now available as an app on Android. Also, and the winner of the daily giveaway is this guy! Yay! Woo! Woo!
Look, anyway, in for a chance to win, all you gotta do is like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, automatically entered in.
And to claim the prize, you just send an email to neckbeardiacontact@gmail.com. Let's go back to the video. Over here, a couple in the local game shop who recently moved from out of state, asking around for a playgroup. Introduce myself. Never played anything other than Magic. Wanted to give pen and paper a try. The guy was the DM and his wife had been playing for over 10 years. They both used to be into LARP shit. Played for a few years at their apartment until COVID. They insist on moving the games online. DM sets up an obvious trap in a dungeon, a crying baby just laying on the ground. This is clearly a mimic or an illusion or something. Another player says he's going to go up and smash it with his hammer. DMs and the players are having fun with the scenario. DM wife starts freaking the fuck out. They both mute their mics and several minutes later they come back and the DM has the baby morph into a blob creature and slither through a crack in the floor. Entire mood for the rest of the session was sour.
I mean, like, you know, like... you know, you're...
Well, you don't know their situation.
Yeah, there's a lot of, like... it's a touchy one, you know what I mean? It's a touchy subject. I don't really blame anyone for being like, you know...
Anyway, here. COVID really broke these two. They came from California, and I could tell they were obviously left-leaning, but in the years prior to COVID, politics were never an issue. Hell, the guy used the word CENT more than I ever did. But after we moved online, you could tell she was the one who took charge in the relationship. I almost got kicked out because I let it slip that I didn't believe masks had any meaningful effect on COVID. Later on, I did get kicked out because I disagreed with the DM's wife on the gender pay gap thing. If there's one bit of catharsis, it was I noticed the DM's profile had a tag reading LFG FML.
Looking for group, fuck my life.
Before he remembered to unfriend me on Discord. Guess the group fell apart not long after my departure.
Yeah, sounds about right. You know, the thing is, some good things did happen from the Kufinen, which I really appreciate. And I think the best thing that ever happened was more and more people are skeptical on
what the government feeds us.
On what the government says to us.
Yeah.
A lot of people I know would have just been like, well, but the government says that, like, you know, it must be true, you know what I mean?
Oh yes, it has to be true.
And I think it's made a lot more people,
It's
at the very least, it's given people a very healthy
incentive
dose of,
to ask, is this true?
What's going on? You know, and that's all I want to say on the subject. I don't want to get too much into it. I suppose that's for Tumbling Online, which there is a new video for, actually. It might be up by the time this video's up. I don't know.
Go have a look. If you didn't even know it existed, there'll be 3 videos maybe, that you can go check out.
Yes, check that out.
So I was running a D&D game for some friends, and I had this awesome story planned out. It was a dark fantasy setting with a lot of intrigue, mystery, and horror. I spent hours preparing the plot, the PCs, the maps, and the encounters. I was really excited to share my vision with the players, but they ruined everything. Of course they did.
Of course.
They didn't care about the story at all. They just wanted to goof around, make jokes, loot everything, and kill everyone. They ignored all the clues I gave them. They insulted the important NPCs. They skipped the plot hooks, and they went off the rails all the time. They were acting like a bunch of murder hobos. I tried to be patient and flexible, but they pushed me too far. They were disrespecting me and my work. They were not playing the game right. They were not having fun the way I wanted them to have fun. So I decided to teach them a lesson. I made rocks fall from the sky and crushed them all. They were shocked and angry. They asked me why I did that. I told them they deserved it for being bad players. I told them they wasted my time and effort. I told them they should be grateful that I even let them play in my game. They called me a jerk and a bad DM. They said I was immature and had anger issues. They said they would never play with me again. They left and never came back. I don't care. They were not worth my time anyway. They were not real gamers. They were not real friends. I did nothing wrong.
You know, I really want this post not to be fake.
That's pure bait.
I know it is.
Pure bait.
It is. It's sad that it is.
But I do believe some DMs actually think like this.
There is a lot of them that think like this. I think, like, honestly... So this is something that I've had a bit of problem with, actually, recently when I've been writing. So I've been working on a ton of different books. Pretty much the way it works for me is everything comes in, like, spurts. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? So I would spend, like, one night really hammering out on one thing, and then I'd move to another. I'm kind of like a bee, or like a flying shit, and I don't know where to be.
No, it's not that I come a burst. It's not like you're a flying shit. It's purely autism.
Do you think so?
It's pure burgers. I'm not even joking. You get so fixated on so many things so quickly.
Yeah.
It's pure burger.
Well, the good thing is a lot of these books are almost ready. What can you smell, Megan? Can you smell something? Well, anyway.
Smell ass. Mixed with burgers. Smell that.
Could that be Asperger? Anyway, look, guys, it doesn't matter. What I'm trying to say is, I've got a hard time writing stuff that's like a more serious tone. Yeah. I've got a little hard time doing that because pretty much all the games that I actually play in don't pan out like that. Maybe it's just the type of games that I like to play. Maybe it's just because I'm not a very serious person. Yeah. But I do have a hard time, and I have been working on a few more serious toned ones. Mostly because I feel like the big ones, like the World War I ones, like Death March. It's World War I. It kind of has to have a serious tone, no matter what. You can't fuck. It's not really a comedic setting. No. It's not a comedic setting. You can put stuff in it that's kind of wacky from time to time, but that's about it. And even then, I kind of like skirt about it. I don't want to go too. You don't want to. Number one, you don't want to be insensitive. Yeah, but kind of. So anyway, that there, and then for this other one that I've been working on, for Dice and Demons, Bastard Princess. Again, this is supposed to be not really a flagship adventure, but it's supposed to be the adventure that it's coming in core rules. So it's an adventure that I expect anyone who's actually going to pick up the rules, this is going to be the adventure that you play. Yeah. That's connected to it. So I kind of really want it to be a bit more serious because I would like it to be a bit more in line. Yeah. And I feel like by doing this sort of thing, am I creating games that I think people would enjoy? Or is it something that I would enjoy? And this is the biggest problem that I've got is whenever me and Megan pick to do videos and stuff, we do stuff that we ourselves are interested in. And I think that's kind of how the channel, I consider like the people that watch us are very similar to us. To us, yeah, in that aspect of, we enjoy similar things. Yeah, we enjoy similar humor. Yeah. So by creating stuff that isn't, it's not that it's not what I enjoy. I do enjoy it. It's just
it's completely left field from
it's different from what I would normally be doing.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And even though
But that's okay too.
Yeah.
To do things that you aren't completely doing things out of your comfort. What is it that Paddington says?
I don't know, what is Paddington
Doing
say?
something new every once in a while is good for you.
Okay, well,
I've watched it more than once. So yes,
like Paddington Berry's a very sweet little bear.
Yes.
So he is. But you guys get what I'm trying to say. Let's move on. And I think at least there's something that I can talk.
There's a question, a lead-on question, as you will, from what you said. The title of the book was Dungeons and Dice and Demons, The Bastard Princess.
Yeah, The Bastard Princess.
Do you call girls bastards?
I don't know, actually, but I googled it, and
I thought it was only like son.
Well, the thing is, like, the reason why I went...
Is there not another word?
So it's the Bastard Princess, the basic outline of the story is the Blood of Kings. It's called to summon the Antichrist. Well, not the Antichrist.
But like, do you call it, what I wanted to know? Is that the right terminology?
Can girls be bastards? I believe they can. A bastard, strictly speaking, is a child born out of wedlock, so a female can be a bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never heard it in that.
It's not
in movies or books and stuff. It's always boys.
Yeah, well, generally speaking, like, normally women don't get the job, so it doesn't really mean as much. Yeah. Doesn't make any sense. So
just wondering.
Yeah.
4 of us. Me as a rogue, fat guy as a wizard, black guy as a ranger, and an emo as a ranger are investigating a tower. Tower is said to have monsters and pirates. Do some investigating and kill some necromancer and his assistant. Get to the caves it's built on. Underground river we need to dex check to get around. Wizard thinks that there's a hidden passage downstream. Asks if there are gates. Grates, sorry. DM says no. Says he's going to hop in. DM asks if he's sure. Hops into the river. Didn't ask how fast the water's moving. Character instantly gets smashed against the rocks and goes unconscious. River dumps into an underground cave via waterfall, which subsequently kills him from the fall. Pouts as we go through the rest of the dungeon. Eventually, we find the pirates and free some princess who was captured via magic power dampening shackles. DM takes pity on the wizard and lets him wash up on shore at 1 HP. Gets up and uses the excuse of being dazed and confused to fire a magic missile at the princess for revenge against DM. What? Princess is a level 15 fighter. We are all like level 4 max. We all get party wiped by the princess. What a dick.
You know what? That's good revenge on the DM's part. You know what? The DM was being fucking kind.
Yeah.
I think the DM was being actually pretty nice about that matter.
Oh, right, okay, I'll let you wash up.
Like, you know what?
you're really low health.
Yeah, okay, you know what? You can wash up. Yeah, that's, you know what? It's not the biggest of deals.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'll give you that one. That's a free pass. The DM's giving you a free pass. Like, he could have fucking be a dick about it. You know what I mean? It's your fault. I'm just speaking from someone who does stupid shit all the fucking time. I guess I'm gonna be man enough to admit that when I'm being fucking stupid, okay? Even though I think some of my stupid ideas are fucking genius, like my magnet motor that already exists.
Player is playing a paladin, worships the god of honour and courage in battle, teaches that fighting fair is the truest victory, teaches that you should never fight an unarmed opponent. Paladin is in an inn, when bounty hunters surround the inn and call him out. Surrender peacefully and there need not be violence. Nobody else will be harmed. Paladin of the god of bravery and fair battle decides to try to escape out the back door and run away. But inn is surrounded, can't flee. Decides to take other patrons hostage as leverage against the bounty hunters until the PCs force him to let him go. Party decides to fight their way out. Win, but party's favourite NPC dies. Lead bounty hunter captured. Kill me, but let my men go. Paladin decides no, and executes the rest of them. You murdered my men. I challenge you to a duel to the death. Your god demands you to accept my challenge. Paladin decides to accept, but also that the duel will be tomorrow. Orders that the bounty hunters be kept awake all night to make him sleep deprived. Also decides he will be forced to fight the duel without his armour or weapons. Bounty hunter escapes in the night because Paladin sucks at tying knots. Paladin accuses the villages of harbouring him and starts slaughtering the defenceless peasants. Paladin falls. What the fuck, man? I didn't do anything wrong. You tried to run away from a fight. Decide to rig a duel you probably could have won anyway just to humiliate the prisoner. And murdered dozens of unarmed civilians. So? You worship the god of honour, bravery, fair fights. What does that have to do with any of this?
For God's sake.
To this day, he doesn't understand what he did wrong. Is he actually retarded?
He must be.
He has to be.
There's no, like, you know what? See, when it comes to being a paladin, pick a better god, right?
Yeah.
You know what? Like, see, this is the thing that gets me. You don't need to be good to be a paladin. You just got to follow what God wants to follow.
Yeah.
And that's it. God is okay with being a dirty bastard. Then there you go.
Great, that's fine. But if your god is literally the god of, like, fair fights and bravery and honour, guy, you can't go around slaughtering innocent peasants.
I'm gonna assume that he actually does have something wrong with him. So I don't really want to go too much more about that one, because I'm going to assume that's the only.
Yeah.
It's the only explanation that I have for the situation, anyway.
PC is married. Spends sometimes years at a time away from his wife, who's established by his own request as a saucy barmaid. He never spends money. She ends up cucking him with the innkeeper. Player finds out and throws an IRL tantrum, screaming at me, pounding the table, spittle flying. He has to be restrained by his best friend from attacking me. We can hear him still shouting and crying outside as his friend takes him home. What the fuck did I do?
I mean...
You cucked him in game, my guy.
Cucked again, no!
No! Get cucked even in the game, no!
I've only got one story that's similar to that, but I kind of built it into the character. It was actually how the North FC subclass came about. It was that character, Baz. Big fat Baz, and essentially owed some gang a lot of money. He pretty much just left the till out of work, so he did. But anyway, the whole deal with him was, so as part of his backstory, I had to send a third of whatever I need back to my wife. But Baz,
child support?
Yeah, it was paying child support essentially, but Baz's wife was fucking let me get the picture that I used. Hold on. Field North FC. Let me see if I can get the picture. That's the one I used. That was Baz, and that's Baz. I don't think anyone else that was playing with us actually understood what I was saying or got the joke.
No.
Everyone just kind of looked at me. It's like, what? I didn't really care to elaborate that much because I thought it was really fucking funny though. See, this is my problem. I get things in my head that I think are really fucking funny,
and he does them and the table's silent.
And I think no one else really understands. I think my type of humor. I think you have to be kind of intelligent to understand my type of humor.
You have to enjoy Rick and Morty.
Yeah, but you get what I'm going for. But yeah, that was Baz's wife, so it was.
Fuck me.
Probably that's not funny though. But anyway, look.
Somebody says, "Did you suck him off or something? How can someone care so much about it otherwise?"
So yeah, I think that's where we're gonna wrap up for today.
30% off sale.
Oh yeah, 30% off. Make the most of it. We should have sent out a ton of stuff today, actually. Or in the next day, I'm not too sure, because we've got about 10 boxes of orders here that are need to be
ready to be packed.
Ready to be packed. I need to pack
and send away, so they should be out tomorrow, maybe.
Yeah, so hopefully they won't
if we get them done tonight.
So yeah, that's a thing. 30% off sale. Make the most of it. Helps us out to no end.
Also, check out our other channel.
Oh,
if you're into the Reddit cringe.
It's not all Reddit.
It's not all Reddit cringe. It can be.
It's actually only have one Reddit cringe video. The latest video is about NPCs.
It's really just things that we want to do.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. That's what it is. It's stuff that people would garn on us because they'd be like, "Oh my god, I thought this was
Go back to tabletop.
I thought this was a role playing channel. Why are you guys doing other stuff?" It's because we want to do other stuff as well.
So it's that other stuff that's on the channel. So go check that out. If you're wondering where all that is, it's on that channel.
Yeah, so that's what.
So go check that out.
So yeah. Anything else? No.
Let us know the stupidest players in your games down below.
Not me.
A hard choice.
I don't do it. I haven't done anything that stupid.
Yeah, well, you haven't played a game in forever.
Yeah,
to be fair.
True. Yeah.
So anyway, let us know your stupid players down below, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.